Hello, it's me. It's me again. Um, I had to go because I was getting a phone call. But back into the drama. I think it's kind of weird that it's not like a I don't know. I don't think it's a coincidence that these things are happening. Um, Ned, I think honestly another reason why I stopped liking him as much is because the more famous he got, the more kind of douchebaggy he seemed. He was just kind of annoying. Um, and I don't know, this Adam Levine cheating on his wife with multiple people, Ned cheating on his wife, um, with someone at work who they both knew he was married. I mean, like the girl with Adam Levine, her previous TikToks, they used Maroon 5 songs. She made fun of Victoria's Secret models because Adam Levine's wife is a Victoria's Secret model. Like it's not you're not being sneaky, sweetie. You're not being sneaky. Like no one but I think before the other TikToks were seen, people may have been on her side, been like, "Oh, well, it's up to the guy not to cheat." Yeah, but also you didn't have to be the person he cheated on his wife with. Like you could have had some morals. You could have said, "Actually, you know, like I think you're hot, I think you're whatever, but, you know, you're still married. That's a no for me, you know?" But she didn't do that. She later claimed that Adam Levine had told her that uh, they were getting a divorce, um, but they were keeping it quiet because they didn't want to make a big deal or like a drama or whatever. And I could see how maybe that would be confusing. And she did gain some sympathy from me then because I thought, oh wow, he kind of tricked her. Like she really thought that they were, broken up and they were just hiding it right now till it was official. Kind of like people speculated that Kim and Kanye were getting a divorce, but people were like, well, we don't know until it was official, till somebody said something. Um, but the previous TikToks where she made fun of Victoria's Secret models, she talked about how she missed him while he was on tour and singing to Maroon 5 songs about how, you know, it's not the same without you here and stuff. Like you knew what you were doing. Like that makes it suspicious that making fun of Victoria's Secret models, either you're trying to be vengeful because you're jealous and worried he'll get back with his ex-wife, who wasn't even his ex-wife, or you knew you were having an affair. Either way, a little bit spiteful, kind of not into it, not a fun time. Um, I don't know, it's just kind of bitchy. like for it's scummy of these men to be cheating on their wives in any sort of fashion. If you are unhappy, whether you don't like your wife, I don't know. I mean, you chose to marry this person. I would assume you liked them. Or you're like, man, I wish I was having more sex. Maybe whatever the issue is, whatever the point is where you feel like, man, my wife isn't doing enough of blank for me, so I'm gonna go cheat on her. Maybe instead of cheat on her, instead of trying to find someone else to fill this void that you think your wife is not fulfilling, communicate and be like, hey, I would like if, this happened. I would like if, you greeted me when I got home. I would like if you did whatever. I mean, I don't want to say for these men it was all about sex because we don't know them. Adam Levine looks like a douchebag, so it's probably it. I mean, he messes multiple women. Ned acts like a douchebag, but I mean, obviously cheated on his wife, acts like a douchebag. But he doesn't look like a douchebag. He doesn't have a butterfly tattoo on his neck, like that douchebaggery. But I don't know. It's just interesting because maybe there was something else in their marriage that he felt like was lacking that this producer at their show would somehow fulfill. But as a husband, as someone that's within the marriage, instead of looking outside for other people to fulfill this need or want or whatever, if you see, oh wow, this person has this thing that I wish I had in my own marriage. You don't go after said person. You don't communicate. You avoid that person. That's what you do. You're like, oh wow, this person has something that I wish I had in my marriage. I need to bring this up with my wife that, oh, maybe we should do this. Maybe we should try this. I would appreciate if you did this. You know, so then within your marriage, that void that you're wanting is fulfilled, and then you don't communicate, talk to, interact with that person that you found this need in. You don't go and talk to them. That's so stupid. I mean, if you work with them, you only talk about work things. You only talk at work when absolutely necessary. You don't have an affair with them. You don't communicate outside of work or about anything that's non-work related. Point blank, period. You do not. Because the minute you do, you're already cheating. The minute that you are like, the minute you recognize that this person has something that you wish that you had within your relationship, the minute you recognize that and you don't go to your partner and say, hey, can we try this, and instead you talk to this person knowing that they're filling some sort of void for you, you're already cheating. Already cheating. You don't talk to that person. You don't communicate outside of a work relationship, because the minute you do, you're already cheating, because you're trying to fill that void. You're trying to get this void that you think you have filled from this other person, instead of going to your partner for life to fill that void that you're looking for. So, scumbags, they're all scumbags to me. I don't like them. Women, on the other hand, I'm just like so appalled, because I know all over the internet people are like, men are trash or whatever, and women should be better. Obviously, we're not. Not all of us are that great, apparently, because we're sleeping with other people's spouses when we know that they're married. So I think both genders suck. Both of them, terrible. Um, it's just whether you suck as a person depends on your moral compass. And if you have a moral compass, or you care about others' empathy, like, hello, are you so self righteous that you think you're above it all? Or are you empathetic to others? I mean, those are the questions you have to think. Like, this girl who was dating Adam Levine, she obviously was not empathetic to Adam Levine's wife or the children, because she was outwardly making fun of Victoria's Secret models. She's obviously being vengeful. And this producer, who knew that Ned was married and Ned's wife was Ariel, was on set a lot and was in videos, and the producer knew her. She's obviously not empathetic to how this would make Ariel feel. She obviously has no empathy. She only cares about herself, which is the interesting turn that I think American culture has taken. I think American culture used to be very much like family based, family oriented. Like, I mean, I don't like looking back at the 50s, because some people like idolize the 50s, whatever. The 50s was more about family. It was. Everything was around the family or whatever. But also racism, domestic violence. At the time, you couldn't make a report saying your husband was abusing you, because that was his right. I mean, you're what? Well, you chose to marry him, so I mean, he can beat you. We can't really do anything about it. As you know, the wife, you can't be like abused or assaulted by your husband because that's your husband. There was no such thing as RAPE in a marriage in the 50s. So I don't want to idolize the 50s and be like, they're great. They're all about family and sticking together, sticking through it. I don't want to do that. But I think the more, it's weird. It's like the more justice that people try to do, like trying to, well, ending segregation, ending um, Jim Crow, um, you know, fighting for Black Lives Matter, and um, what are other things? Fighting gun laws, trying to have gun restrictions, trying to have better medical care, trying to, not let women get abused in the home. All good things that seem to be happening. And yet, at the same time, people seem more and more selfish. I don't know if anyone's noticed that. Like, as a society, or at least I think, maybe it's just people portraying that they don't actually care, but I think that people try to show that, yes, we're trying to do something better. We're trying to do better for the collective whole. But at the same time, people are selfish. So I don't know if it's because people are trying to think of like the good of the collective whole, and also trying to think of the good of themselves, that people have no more space or capacity to care for individuals that aren't themselves. Maybe, I don't know, I'm spitballing. It's just maybe it's just what adulthood is. Nobody gives a crap about other people and they're willing to cheat and ruin lives. There's no empathy. Maybe that's just something you notice as you get older and you grow up. I mean, I'm 23 and it seems like the longer I'm alive, the more selfish people are, but maybe that's just being an adult. I don't know. Or maybe everyone being in lockdown because of COVID. I definitely think that spiked people's individualism, their selfishness. So I don't know if, there is a spike in cheating because of that. I know people thought that, oh, COVID, everybody's gonna be locked up. We're gonna have like a baby boom. We had a divorce boom. That's what that's what happened because people were cooped up with their partner for a year and they couldn't go anywhere. They couldn't have any distractions to like distract them from the fact that they're not happy in their relationship. They had to sit there and sit in their relationship and realize, I don't like you, bitch. Let's get a divorce. Like that was what COVID brought about. Not babies, though there were some babies, but not really babies. Mostly, damn, I'm not happy in this relationship. Fuck you, I'm leaving. Like that's what COVID brought about in a way. Um, but I don't know. I don't know. It's very weird. And maybe Ned and Adam Levine should have just talked to their spouse and been like, actually, I'm not happy, instead of taking the coward's way out and cheating. Like, if you're just not happy, either communicate that you're not happy and try and fix it, or come to the agreement and leave. You don't cheat on somebody because by cheating on that person, you know, these husbands have basically said, instead of talking to you about how I'm feeling, I'm so hurt by whatever dynamic our relationship is that I'm going to be spiteful and hurt you. Even if they didn't mean to hurt their wives' feelings, bitch, how could you not? How would you think this would not hurt their feelings? Like, you're an idiot if you think this wouldn't hurt someone's feelings. Being cheated on? No way. This would absolutely crush somebody. So saying, well, I didn't think it would hurt. I didn't mean to hurt anyone's feelings. You meant to hurt somebody. You meant to hurt somebody, and I think it was your wife. You meant to hurt her feelings because you were upset, you didn't like something in your relationship. Instead of manning the fuck up and talking about your emotions and talking about how you're feeling to fix and mend your relationship, you decide to be spiteful and cheat on your wife. What a fucking disgusting thing. What a disgusting thing to do. I mean, look at Khloe. Look at Khloe Kardashian. That first episode of season 2, literally, I kept crying the entire time because Khloe she's been through a lot, and she got back with a man that kept cheating on her, but like, she has a baby with him. She has a child with him. She wants her child to have a father in the picture. Like, I mean, if we look at how Khloe grew up, she grew up in a broken home because her mom had cheated. And she loved her dad. I think her dad was her favorite parent. Or maybe just because he's dead now. But like, he died young, and because both parents weren't in the same household, there was a separation of time. She essentially lost out on time with her dad because she had to go between households. I'm sure that pushed her to not want her child to be raised in a broken home because she wanted her child to have as much time with their father as possible, you know? And he cheated on her. She went into early labor because of it. Fuck Tristan for that. That's terrible. Terrible. She tries to keep him. Also, like, birth itself is kind of traumatic. So then to be cheated on, it's like you don't get to feel any emotions because you can't really be upset because also this is the happiest time of your life because your child's here, and it's like, guess we won't feel anything. Uh, and then he cheated again. And I think that's why Khloe blew up so much on Jordan Woods when Tristan cheated on Khloe again, because it wasn't just the feeling of, oh, he cheated again. It was all the emotions she didn't allow herself to feel when he cheated the first time. And then this thing with him having a baby with somebody else, this is the reason the episode made me like so emotional and sad, is that the whole thing was so manipulative. You saw throughout the first season of the Kardashians on Hulu how much Tristan talked about, oh, we need to have a baby soon. We need to do this soon. We should expand our family. We're going to be together forever. And Khloe touches on this, like how he knew because these court documents were happening that whole time. They've been happening throughout the entire 9-month pregnancy this girl had. So he knew the whole time. He didn't think these court documents are coming out, but he knew the whole time that there was another baby on the way. And he basically tried to trap Khloe because Khloe mentioned how he kept pushing like a timeline for them to expand their family. And that is so scummy. Because, and that's the thing with Tristan Thompson, is that he realized, he knew, that's how these men know, that's how you know that these men aren't stupid. They know that what they're going to do is going to, that they're doing is going to hurt their partner's feelings, because Tristan felt the need to rush having a second child to trap Khloe. Fuck that shit. Fuck it. He also didn't think the court documents were going to come out, but they did. Like a week after they had done the insertion of an embryo into a surrogate. And seeing Khloe in that episode where she's just like, I'm fine. She's like, I'm fine. Smile does not reach the eyes. She looked so depressed. It was so sad. It honestly made me so sad. I was like, girl, I want to cry for you. This is fucking sad. Like, it's really appalling that these men don't think about. I don't want to say they don't think about how it'll affect the women. It's the fact that they don't care about how it's going to affect their partner. It's the fact that they have so little respect and care for the person that they're in a relationship with that they're like, yeah, no, I know this will hurt them, especially Tristan Thompson because he's done it 2 times before. The fact that he's like, yeah, no, I know this will hurt Chloe. And I claim to love Chloe and I want to be with her forever. And I claim that. And I say that all the time to everybody all over the internet. And I know this will hurt her. But I have so little respect for her that I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit how it will hurt her. And that's what all these men are saying. I have so little respect for my partner that I don't care how this is going to hurt them. Because it's all about me, 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 me. Fuck that. That's terrible. That is so appalling. I hate it. Like it literally, I get so mad. And so that's where we're gonna end the episode. I don't know what to say other than please, please, please don't cheat on your partner. Like that's the advice from this episode. Don't cheat on your partner. And if your partner cheats on you, leave them. Love of God, leave them. Please, because they don't respect you. They don't care about you. They knew this would hurt your feelings. They knew this would hurt you, and they give no shit about you. Leave their ass. No. Okay, well, hope you enjoy this video. Bye!